Hey everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am Diana. I am the soap and body care maker here at Jarred Up Scented Candles, and today we will be making our hashtag Cancer Birthday Soap. Just for those that don't know, and for those that's in the back, you can't do better than a Cancer, because we the best. That's all. So we start off by pouring our lye solution into our oils, and then we are going to stick blend until everything is combined. There's a lot of different steps to take, so make sure that your batter is at a thin tray so that you have time to work with it and you're not rushing. So I use the stick blender for about 30 to 45 seconds, and now I'm just mixing it all up to make sure that it's emulsified and combined. I'm going to separate the batter into 5 different containers. One container will be saved until the very end for piping on top, and then 3 containers will be used to represent water, as Cancer is a water sign, and then the last container, which is the container that I'm filling now, which will be used for the ruby to represent Cancer's gemstone. Quick tip for beginners: make sure you're getting buckets that have measurements on the side and utilize those when separating your batter. Next, I'm going to separate the water into 3 different colors. We will be using 3 colors: blue, teal, and white to make water. So now I am adding in our fragrance oil. I'm going to add a little bit to each color and then save the rest for the ruby. The fragrance oil is more of a unisex smell. It's not really masculine or feminine. I would classify it under a sweet floral, very light undertone of flower. Cool, so now we are doing a in the pot swirl. I'm just going to add the green and the white to the blue, give it a couple little swirly durlies inside the container, and then pour that into my mold. This step is completely optional. I ran out of room in my original container, so I had to mix them up on the top. Okay, I am so sorry, y'all. I keep pulling the soap to me because I'm left-handed and the camera is on that side, but I can't reach it. So, I apologize. But I'm just going in with a napkin to clean up the sides so that the blue is clear from the ruby. So we'll put that to the side to let it firm up. And now we're going in for the rose color for the top layer. I'm just adding in rose clay, and then I'll stick blend it to make sure everything is incorporated. And I'll do the same thing, pour it on top of that blue layer and make that layer as flat as possible. Here's another tip. Use a spatula when pouring different layers of the soap so that it doesn't break through that second layer, just in case it's not firm all the way. Make sure you are shaking out those air bubbles in between the layers. So now we are using that fifth bucket that we separated in the beginning. This will be used for the piping on the top of the soap. So we will use this batter to separate into 3 separate containers, making that beautiful water swirl again for the top. I only measured for how much is needed for the piping, not each color, so you can definitely eyeball each color. I am going to use those same 3 colors from before to make another in the pot swirl for the piping for the top layer. I saved some of that ruby soap for the other side of the top layer. I added in this additional soap to my original formula and separated it out in the beginning. This low-key reminds me of toothpaste. Am I the only one? So I'm just putting that inside of a piping bag so I can pipe that onto the top of the soap. This soap has been firming up to the side, so it should be hard enough to not mix. I have a star tip on the bottom of the piping bag, which you could not really see the detail because the soap batter was still too liquidy at this point. I tried to push forward because woo Chile, we was tired. Arms were on fire. So we tried to push through, but then I said, no, baby, we cannot. I set that one out to the side because I did not want to mess up the overall design of the soap. Let that firm up more inside of that bag. Because as you know, soap, when it sits, it begins to firm up and become soap. So let it sit for a couple minutes, came back. It was a little firmer, but not firm enough, my friend, not firm enough. I kept rotating back and forth between the both sides, but neither side was firm enough to give me the look that I was going for. So decided to finish off that round and then sit the soap for a few minutes to the side to really give it time to firm. Enjoy the summer with less mosquitoes. Citronella candles, link below. So I let it sit for about 5 minutes and I came back and it was a lot firmer. So I decided to continue piping, and that's what you see now. Okay, so I'm going in with Matte Mica's Into the Mystic glitter. I believe I was watching Royalty Soaps, and she put a makeup brush into the glitter thing, and it gave like even distribution of the glitter. So I learned this trick from Royalty Soap, so shout out to them. And yeah, I just sprinkle a whole bunch of glitter on the top, and then I will show you a close-up. So pretty. Okay, so these are our melt and pour soap embeds. So I made these the day before making the soap, and these are to represent the ruby for our gemstone and then the Cancer sign. And so a quick beginner tip: if you don't have markings or you want to make sure that your bars are even all the way across the loaf, get you a measuring tape and put the soap embeds in between each inch, and that's a good size for a soap bar. It's about an inch wide. So Use a measuring tape, put the embeds right there, and then on the other side, you just line up the other side embed with that side. If you are having two, you don't have to have two. Here is a close-up. I'm going to let these sit for 16 to 18 hours. Alright, so this is about 20 hours after making it. This is the final results. I love how this swirl turned out on these. So beautiful, so pretty. I will say, if you are using rose clay, to make sure that the rose does not stay rose. It does not. It gets lighter, and it does not stay that same color that you poured it. So that's another FYI for you. I love how these soaps turned out. If you are a Cancer, happy birthday to you, my friend. Don't forget to check us out. These are our summer collection soaps. We have 3 soaps this collection. And yeah, they are available now on our website. So if you want one, just simply click the description box below. There's a link. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you later. Bye.